Mom, what will we eat tomorrow?
asked the boy, looking at the empty shelves. The widow sighed deeply, feeling her heart tighten with worry. She knew that they faced starvation if a miracle didn't happen. She gathered the last bits of firewood, preparing to cook their final meal.
Lord, help us survive this drought, save us from death.
She whispered when she suddenly noticed a stranger approaching their house. The prophet Elijah looked tired and hungry, just like everyone else around.
Greetings. Could you please give me some water to drink?
He said, stopping at the gate. The widow nodded and went to get the water. Elijah added,
And please bring me a piece of bread.
She stopped and turned to him.
I only have a handful of flour and a little oil left.
She replied with bitterness.
I was going to prepare the last meal for my son and me. After that, we have nothing left to eat.
Elijah looked at her with compassion.
Do not be afraid. Go and do as you said, but first bake a small loaf of bread for me. The Lord has promised that the flour and oil will not run out until the day he sends rain on the land.
The widow paused for a moment, considering the prophet's words. She could refuse and eat the last bread with her son. However, she felt that God was indeed speaking through Elijah and believed him. She returned home, baked the bread, and brought it to Elijah. As he ate, she felt a sense of peace despite her previous fears. Every time she opened the jar of flour or picked up the jug of oil, she witnessed a miracle. The supplies never diminished.
Mom, how are we not starving?
Asked her son.
God does not abandon us when we put him first.
She replied, hugging the boy. About 2 years later, the drought ended. The rains filled the rivers and lakes again. But the lesson the widow learned from those hard times stayed with her forever. She realized that trusting God, even in the most challenging moments, brings true miracles.
Lord, how grateful I am for this miracle.
She prayed one evening, looking at the starry sky.
Mom, will we always put God first?
Her son asked as he fell asleep.
Always, my dear. God always takes care of us when we trust him.
She whispered, sometimes God may ask you to give up your last, and it may seem illogical, especially when you are the one asking for help. This is a test. When you put God first, he does the same for you.